This is Coyote News.
That Opportunity Center's directive continues to cause some confusion amongst USD students. Students and community members peppered the Board of Regents with questions at a listening session last week. As Coyote News' Kyle Ireland reports, the board offered few answers.
The board is imposing a January 1st deadline for universities to have opportunity centers in place. The board imposed the deadline after a May letter from Governor Kristi Noem. She asked the board to consider whether university diversity offices are experiencing mission creep. According to the board, opportunity centers should realign and focus campus resources to effectively assess and address the individual needs of all students. Every university in the state already has some form of a diversity center, which offers programs and services to students from all walks of life. Addison Miller is a concerned student. He says students support the current Center for Diversity and Community at the University of South Dakota.
I think one clarification that just everyone wants to hear is can the Board of Regents promise that the Opportunity Center will not take away resources from the CDC? And if it can't, why are you doing it?
The meeting continued with more students and community members sharing their concerns and questions. Sheila Gestring is the president of USD. She says the university and the board will continue to hold community outreach to hear what people have to say. Gestring also says there are things about the opportunity centers that the universities don't know.
There's some assumptions that have been made when those decisions haven't been made yet. And I want everyone to just stop and think about this opportunity center is going to help us build on and broaden student services.
The board's next meeting is in December at South Dakota State University in Brookings. Reporting for Coyote News, I'm Kyle Ireland.
Thanks, Kyle. Coyote News and the Volant continue to follow this ongoing story. Coyote News' Michael Stake is live in the muck with a reporter to get more details. Michael?
Thanks, Sierra. I'm here with Bennett Clary, a member of the Volant. Bennett, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. So at the meeting, President Gestring was quoted saying, "I think all of us could benefit from really looking at what the Opportunity Center statement says." What did she mean by that?
I think that she just wants us to take a closer look at the language that was used, because for the Opportunity Centers, they don't use words like diversity, equity, or inclusion. Instead, they use the words that define those words to create less confusion.
And was there any discussion on the issue of transparency between the BOR and the students they oversee?
There was a bit of discussion about that. Students feel like the BOR isn't discussing or isn't sharing enough information with the students at this moment, and students are getting very frustrated because their questions aren't being answered.
And lastly, how important is it to have a safe space in a predominantly white school?
For students of color to have a safe space like the CDC or the NAC, to have that space in a predominantly white institution, it's so important because that's the one space that we can sit and exist and talk about things that other people wouldn't understand to the same extent.
Thank you for being here today. Live in the muck for Coyote News, I'm Michael Stake.
Thanks, Michael. To read more stories on the Opportunity for All Center, go to the Volant website.